the SB Tactical MP5 arm brace. Let's check it out. Having a pistol form of a rifle can be really nice. They're super compact, they're a lot of fun, but to be honest with you, they were pretty much a range toy until the founder of SB Tactical introduced the arm brace. This is an ATF approved brace that actually started out to help a disabled veteran to be able to shoot with just one arm. And because of that, SB Tactical actually paved the way for the standard arm braces that we're seeing today. This does not change the fact that this is a pistol. This is an arm brace. We're going to look at a lot of the details, but this gives you a lot of capability and a lot of options with what was a range toy and now has really become something that you can use for self-defense effectively. There are some things that are just cool no matter how they're configured, but there's always something to add to it. And this Zenith, this is a fantastic, the Z5P. I just love it. It's, you know, these were licensed under the HK and used on HK machinery in Turkey. I did a review about a couple of years ago, but you know, in this form, it's kind of unwieldy. So SB Tactical actually got in touch with me. It was funny because I was looking at these on their website when I got the email, because I've always wanted to put a pistol brace on here. I think it really helps with the functioning. Now, if you put a brace on a pistol, it still remains a pistol. But one of the things that the ATF warns about is that if you're putting on a brace to circumvent the NFA law, you know, that can be a problem. So what we're going to do is we're going to install this. It's pretty simple, and then we're going to test it out and do some shooting with it and just see how it goes. So first thing we need to do is make sure the gun is unloaded. So I'm going to lock back the bolt, and the gun is empty. The magazine, of course, is empty as well. So first thing we're going to do is drop the bolt, and then right back here at the back you'll notice two pins. They have a little spring detent that holds them into place. You just push those through, and once you do, they'll just come right out of the back. There is some tension from the spring, so especially this bottom one's a little more difficult to pop out. There we go. And it does come out again. It's a little more difficult. Now this back plate will just come right out. Now if you notice, the back plate of the Zenith is right here on the left, and then on the right is the SB Tactical, and it will fit right into the back of the receiver. These will not fit your HK models. There's a separate version for that. They do carry one, but make sure that you order the correct one to go to the Zenith. Next, we'll take the brace, go ahead and push it into place. It can be a little tight. In fact, you could use a little hammer and bump it. I'm going to bump it with my hand, see if I can get it. Not quite. So instead, I'm just going to sit on this hard surface and just push it down. And you can see the holes will come through when it's lined up. You can take a small mallet and kind of bump the end if you need to. Now the lower is held in by these pins, and if you're not careful, it can kind of wiggle its way down. We're going to go ahead and put the top pin in first, and you enter it from this side. We may have to tap that in. Then we're going to put the lower in. Now we're going to take a non-marring hammer and just tap that in, tap in the lower. Sometimes the lower can get a little canted from one side to the other. Just make sure you have a clear spot going all the way through. And guys, that's it. I mean, it is really simple. You know, you want to hold on to the original, but your magazine, man, that just looks a lot better all out. One thing too that's really great is that this is folding, so I can bring it around, fold it, Man, that makes a really small package. You can fire it this way. Obviously though, you can bring it out, lock it down, and you're ready to go. So let's take this out to the range, we'll test it, we'll talk a little bit more about the features. I want to thank Freedom Munitions for supplying the ammo. You get a 5% discount using Sootch00 at freedommunitions.com. And I'll tell you what, this stuff just functions really well. Of course, these were designed for people that had disabilities. Go ahead and load it. This is a brace, it's not a stock as we've talked about. This comes unstrapped. And what this does, it gives you able to shoot this with one hand. You can tighten it down, get a grip on it. This way you can actually shoot just like that. That way you don't have to have that support hand, you got the support back here. Now if you've seen the first review of my pistol, you know, there's just nothing to even put your cheek on. So if nothing else, this brace helps to be able just to put your cheek on it, and it gives you a third point of contact. And then of course, now with the ATF ruling saying that you can shoulder it, the wording is a little bit funny, but it says occasionally. The big thing they're looking for is for you not to try to circumvent the NFA laws. Putting this brace on your shoulder does not change the fact that this is still a pistol. And man, it shoots great. You notice though, when you just put it on your cheek, it jumps a lot. Put it on your shoulder, it's really smooth. Let's drop the magazine. Gonna check to make sure, and the gun is empty. Now guys, out at the range, hopefully I demonstrated the many uses of this brace and how it really upgrades the usability of this firearm. I'll tell you guys, I love that it doesn't change the classification. It's still a pistol. It still goes along all those laws. Again, you need to double check your regulations, state and local, just to be on the safe side. Now, a few things about the brace itself. It's 10.5 inches in length. It weighs just under a pound at 15.75 ounces. It's about 1.5 inches in width right in this area, and it has a 1-inch nylon strap, this Velcro. There are 4 different type components to the brace. We have an aluminum. This is 61 T6 aluminum. It's hard anodized, and it gives it a very stable positioning right here with your receiver. So this is a good high quality piece in itself. And then we have a high impact polymer right here, and this of course retains the button to be able to release it so you can fold the stock. It's positive, it's got a large button, so it's really easy to grab. And then we have this high impact rubber. It's a good thick solid rubber, and really this thing is solid. I mean, there may be a steel rod right through here because it does not move whatsoever. And then we have the lightning cuts of the openings right here just to kind of relieve some of the weight, and then a nice little angle. The strap itself, as we've shown, it just opens up, and this way you can open up the rubber part of the brace and you can put your arm through it, and then when you're ready you can attach it, tighten it down, as you like it. The other thing I like about this strap is that once it's attached, it just kind of stays out of the way. So if you have it tied down, it's not going to come loose and get all in your face when you're shooting. The rubber here is very comfortable on the cheek, whether you're shooting it, on the cheek, or if you're shouldering it. Again, this does not change the fact that this is a pistol. It's a brace, it's not a stock. Also, right here on the aluminum mounting point, there is a QD port right here, so we can pop it in, put our single point sling on here, and we're ready to go. And that also gives you another point for stability when shooting. But all in all, guys, this transformed this firearm, and I love it. And I think if you've got one of the Zenith pistols, or even one of the new HK pistols, and again, you'll have to order the mount made for the HK. This is the SBT 5KA, which is for the clones, and then for the standard HK pistols, or those that have that kind of mount, it's the SBT 5. Now, you can go to the sbtactical.com website. I'll have a link down below and right here at the screen, and you can check out all the different options. I believe that this brace actually runs $249 on the SB Tactical website, but there are other places. I know Optics Planet, and I'm sure Brownells has these as well. I want to thank SB Tactical for sending the brace for this test and evaluation. I've really been wanting to put one of these on my little Zenith, and guys, I'm telling you what, this really transforms this little firearm. Be strong, be of good courage. God bless America. Long live the Republic. SK. If you're buying this, now if you'll notice, the back plate of the Zenith is right here, and let's make sure the gun isn't loaded. We're going to drop them. Now today we're going to be looking at here that we can depress, and of course behind this camera.